Hello to everyone out there in Facebook land. What a day to be an American. Last night's election was one that will probably go down in the history books as one of the most radical, up and down roller coaster elections that we've seen in our lifetime. But I have to say, it has just been an amazing ride over the last year. What a great thing to see a man like Donald Trump evolve like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Little rough around the edges, little harsh, didn't really have good temperament. But if you watch him over the last year, you have seen somebody that had just evolved into a man, a person that could lead our country and bring our country back to the way things were. Truth be told, I have no problem with Hillary Clinton. I think she served her time. She does well. But between the scandals, the emails, and everything that had surrounded her, let's face it, she really wasn't the right choice. If you voted for her because she was a woman, you thought that she would do a better job because of her gender, your vote does not really hold any weight with me. Today's people vote based on who will do the best job. You could be a Republican. You could be a Democrat. Me, I used to be a Democrat. But now I'm just a person who wants somebody that can get the job done and bring the economy back. And voting for Donald Trump was a step in the right direction. You know, when I looked at some of the polls and some of the standings, it really occurred to me that there was one area in this country that really stood out. And although there was only 271,000 votes casted, if you look at the District of Columbia, 260,000 for Hillary, 11,000 for Donald. It's like a 93% to 4% margin for Hillary. What does that tell you? I know what it tells me. It tells me that they are afraid of the change that is coming, that the status quo is now done. And it's time for a change. And who to do it? There's nobody better to do it than Mr. President Donald Trump. So when you look at some of the things, look, you could sit there and say, oh, well, he was rough with women and, he doesn't have this and he doesn't have that. All the things that Donald Trump has not affected the country or has put the country at risk versus what Hillary has done between Benghazi, between the emails, the Clinton Foundation. Do you really want fucking Bill Clinton back in there shoving a cigar in another chick's area? I mean, come on. The guy was impeached, for God's sake. And if you think about it, why did Hillary stand by her man all this time? She didn't stand by him because it was her husband. She knew there was a bigger picture, a bigger political picture. Another great fact is this. Look at the way that these elections were funded. Donald Trump got up using his own money to fund his campaign. Hillary Clinton Foundation, whatever. The Clintons' net worth are over $100 million. How much of their own money did they put to this election? Zero. Okay? So here you have it. It's cut and dry. Now, granted, listen, I know the way a lot of people vote was probably the lesser of the two evils, but in the end, believe me when I tell you, Donald Trump is the right man for the job. He's created a hell of a lot more jobs than Hillary has. And when you look at ISIS and you look at that situation, they're all like, we want Trump to win. We want Trump to win. They're lying. They're using reverse psychology. They wanted Hillary to win because they're scared to death of Trump because he's a loose cannon. You look at what happened when Reagan stepped in after Carter during the Iran-Contra affair. Carter was a pussy. Oh, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm a whip. They didn't let him go. The minute Reagan got in, what happened? That tarmac at the airport was cleared and the hostages were free. So I could go on, but I'm just going to, in closing, say that if you give Donald Trump a chance, if you didn't vote for him, believe me, let him in time prove what his capabilities are. The jobs may not come back overnight. This wall that he's going to be built, I think, will be adjusted. May not be exactly what he says, but he's a man of change. He's a man of the people. He has millions of dollars. Why did he even run in the first place? He could have just walked away, take his money, and ran. But no, you could say, oh, it's his ego. Oh, it's just because it's Donald Trump. Nobody in their right fucking mind would want to run this country and put the time in unless you were really passionate about what is in front of you and the task that you have to do and the obstacles you have to overcome. Donald Trump is willing to do that. And I sit here as a proud American, as a proud person, and just say, God bless Donald Trump. I'm so glad that he won. You can beg to differ with me. I'm not a real political guy, but when I woke up this morning, I had tears rolling down my eyes saying, thank God that Hillary won. So in closing, I just want to say, I love Donald Trump. He's going to make a difference in time. And one thing I do believe is he will make America great again.